Hello, my beautiful soul tribe brothers and sisters. Namaste. The light within me honors and sees the light within you. So, I love you all. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I'm going to start trying to do some shorts and just drop in some information from some of the different books and different study materials that I've accumulated over the years. And there's a lot of discussion right now between what is soul and spirit. Are they the same? Are they different? None of us truly know, but there's a lot of information about that concept. And one of the most beautiful that I have ever found was from the book of Yahweh. And this is the book. And it is called The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of Enoch. And within the Keys of Enoch, they have a beautiful description of that in their definition of terms in the back. And this is a beautiful concept up at the top. I hope you can see that. And that shows you their concept of soul and spirit and the Trinity. So I love this definition of it and how they put it, because I've been seeing this concept of 3 layers of consciousness, 3 layers of consciousness. So I know that there's something very profoundly true to this. And when I found this later on in my studies, I was like, wow, this is the closest thing to what I was seeing in my mind. So the spirit is the ruach, ruach. So the spirit, which is reason. The soph is the higher aspirations. It is also known as the sovereign soul. Neshma. Sorry if I'm butchering these pronunciations because I'm not very familiar with them. But so the spirit is known for reason, and the Nama is the sovereign soul, the soph. And then the natural soul is the emotions, the nefesh. So that, to me, was like, that's what I was understanding, that the soul carried the recordings of the emotional experiences, that you have emotions when you're in physicality. The spirit is the consciousness that never changes. It's always there. But when you take on physical bodies, you become soul and feeling and emotion, and all these things are integrated into with the spiritual part of you. Because I see spirit as coming from the invisible light that we cannot see, the true light, which is all potential but formless. And then within this existence in the lower levels is when you can entertain physicality, duality, and the shadows existence of creation. And then I also wanted to give you just a quick definition of some of the terms in this book. And one of the beautiful ones was, one of the first ones I noticed was Son of Man. So, you know, when we're looking at what is soul, what is spirit, well, what else do they define as these different terms? One is Son of Man. The Son of Man is defined as a paradise son who comes to serve humanity, a divine sonship achieved through an imaging of the Adam Katamon, and consequently of the Father. It is the refashioning of our nature to the divine nature. The next one is Sun Universe. The universe, which consists of programs of creation and evolution, directed by the paradise sons, spanning different life combinations of intelligence, from the gross material to the pure light. Then we have sons of God. Lords of light, or special Elohistic extensions of the Father, expressing the Father's infinite purpose and love in the untangling of rivalry and destructive competition among the hierarchies of the heaven in a Father universe, They do not take glory to themselves, but give glory to the Ancient of Days. In their coordination with the paradise sons, the only begotten Son of God. Genesis 6:4, Job 1:6. So that is their definition of sons of God, lords of light, or special Elohistic extensions of the Father, expressing the Father's infinite purpose in love in the entangling of rivalry and destructive competition. Isn't that interesting? Sons of Israel. Children of the Seed program. Children of the Seed program. Children of the Seed program of Yahweh for this aeon in the heavens and on earth. The children of light who have loyalty to God first and work for the good of mankind. They are not purely geographic nor chronologically expressed of a covenant. Rather, they represent the various souls incarnating into different peoples in the world so that God's people are not neutralized by one group of light workers. Next, sons of light. The garments of perfection as a foundation for enlightenment and virtue, imparting the strength and the glory of the divine. They are manifested on planetary worlds, at the beginning of programs and at the end of programs, to conclude the struggles between the powers of spiritual light and darkness. The power is so great, they can bestow transcendence to their disciples in one birth, preventing a multiplicity of incarnations in the material existence on planetary worlds. Sons of light. And then they give the names of them. And I, in no way, can try to pronounce these words. And it is known from an Eastern scriptures of light. And they include, and I will show you the list, but I am not going to, let me see, make sure. Okay. I'm not going to try to even pronounce these, but I'll let you look at them. Hopefully you can see these well. Okay, and then the next definition we have is soul, spirit. Soul and spirit are not to be conceived as one and the same. The soul, nephesh, is the natural consciousness of life without the higher realization of worlds that have preceded this world and worlds that are to come. The soul, nephesh, must go through many formations, transformations, and rebirths before it can be intertwined with the divine. Consciousness of the oversoul. Interesting. So it's intertwined with the divine consciousness of the over-self. Second, when one understands that the soul is not the same as the spirit, ruach, one petitions the Godhead for the higher counsel to achieve true knowledge and true wisdom. And at that time, ruach, as the spirit of higher reason, is given by God for inspiration and understanding of the multiple levels of the divine mind. Finally, when the ruach and the natural soul, the nephesh, are synthesized, when the two become one, a higher aspiration of the union creates the sovereign soul of light, neshma, which is called into the light to beget the fruits of divinity, anoint those called to do the work of the divine mind as a vehicle of light, higher love, and wisdom. The formation of the soul-spirit unity is necessary to work in the many-mansion worlds. It requires the balance between the first and the second triads of sonship Hebrews 4:12, 1 Corinthians 15:44, and 1 Thessalonians 5:23. So that's a little bit about soul and spirit, and this is one of the most beautiful definitions that I've ever been able to come across through all of my studies. And I thought many of you, this might help answer some of the questions. Like I said, all of this information, as far as I'm concerned, is just information coming from other people just like you and I from many years ago, translating information from higher consciousness down into lower levels of the material physical realms as best we can. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I do think that this is a great basis for a lot of people who had some questions about what is spirit, what is soul, you know, and I keep getting information on the consciousness of a Trinity. And this Trinity is the foundation of the other Trinities that I've been experiencing, because there's more than one. But this is my foundational Trinity, and it helps me to understand different perspectives that are seeing the same vision that I am, because I was seeing that my left brain and right brain are the logic and the emotion, and then my pineal gland is the activation of the mind, of the inner spirit, of my spiritual part of me waking up to information from the higher parts of my consciousness. So that's what I was seeing, and that's as close as I could find to define what I was actually seeing in my own imagination. So I love you guys. I hope you find that informative, and I'll get back to you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you and sees the light in you. Have a great day, Soul Tribe. See you soon. Bye-bye.